Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's real user review, we're going to be talking about the Flint and Tinder waxed trucker jacket. Now, right up top, the disclaimer. I am not affiliated with Flint and Tinder or Huckberry in any way, shape, or form. I bought this jacket with my own money. I actually bought it through Amazon because they were running a deal where if I signed up for the Amazon Prime Visa card, I got a $100 Amazon gift card. So I did that, and I got the jacket actually for the $200 or $198 as opposed to $298. So I am in no way affiliated with Huckberry or Flint and Tinder. They will not see any of this content before you. If they choose to see this, they will see this when you do. Now, I couldn't help myself, and I had to buy the Joel jacket from The Last of Us. I'm hooked on the show. I've actually rewatched the season 1 like 2 or 3 times now. Yes, this is the charcoal. This is not the Fields tan that Pedro Pascal's character wears in the show. I personally wanted the black, and I reached out to Huckberry. They weren't going to be getting the black in. They said until the fall, but they would be restocking some of the other colors, one of which was the coal or charcoal. So I decided when it came available, I was just gonna get it. I liked it. I don't remember if it was Huckberry saying this or if I saw this in another review or two, but somewhere along the lines I saw that the charcoal was essentially a like washed out or a little bit worn in black, and I could say that is not true. This jacket, which if I look at myself on the monitor, it does look pretty dark, it does look more black, but in person this is definitely a gray colorway. So if you get that same bit of information, please be aware that the coal or charcoal, it does not look like a faded or worn in black. It looks like a dark gray. So this is definitely a dark gray jacket. But I'm still very happy with the colorway nonetheless. And now we're gonna go ahead and start with a quick spec rundown. The Flint and Tinder Wax Trucker Jacket is actually a Huckberry brand. It comes in at $298 USD. The jacket is made from a 7-ounce Mar Texan sailcloth that is waxed on both sides of the canvas. This jacket is made right here in America in Los Angeles with materials that are manufactured in New Jersey. Currently, the jacket is listed in 9 colors: dark navy, Havana, charcoal, black, light gray, field tan, forest, navy, and olive. And because the jacket is pretty hot because The Last of Us ended not too long ago, they are restocking quite a bit of these colors. They are not always in stock, and they don't seem to stay there very long, so if you want one, you might want to jump on it quick. This is a Type 1 trucker jacket that has a boxier, more classic fit. And for point of reference, I am 5'9", roughly 175 to 180 pounds, and I am wearing a size medium. Now, as I stated, this jacket was made popular by the TV show The Last of Us, and it was a very popular jacket prior to that. I think this is one of Huckberry's most popular items that they've been selling on the site, and as soon as Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, the Red Viper, I don't remember his character name from Game of Thrones, also great shows, started wearing this in the TV show, they were flying off the shelves. And it's what pushed me personally into finally getting wax jackets. Now, if you've seen some of my other reviews, I do have a different brand wax jacket that I bought first, and I wanted the Joel jacket, so I ended up buying it. And I'll just say this right now, I'm very happy I did. I like the way this jacket fits, I like the way this jacket looks, and I like the way this jacket wears on me. We're gonna get into that later on in the fit, feel, finish of the video, but I'm not gonna make it a surprise, I'm not gonna hide it. I do like this jacket, but there are some negatives, and we're gonna go ahead and start with them right now. My very first negative being, if you saw my unboxing video of this, the way this jacket arrived to me was shipped inside the cheap, thin plastic dust cover that should have been over the jacket when it was placed inside of a box. Yes, that's right, this $300 jacket shipped to me inside the cheap plastic dust cover that was only held closed by 2 little pieces of Scotch tape that were pretty much screaming and crying for the life when they arrived to me. If I just popped those pieces of tape right open, I didn't have to rip the bag. That bag was not something that should have been shipped in. That is something that it would have been in, or this jacket probably shipped inside that from the factory to wherever the DC to be shipped out. That should have been taken, put inside a box or a poly mailer, and then mailed out. But no, it was mailed inside the dust cover. Now, that was the worst shipping I have ever seen for any item ever. Now, I've had some really weird and bad shipping from Amazon before, but this one took the cake and it made me quite angry. I'm trying to not say any expletives right now for how angry I was and how angry I'm getting right now just thinking about how this jacket arrived, or that one, because that was a size large. Based upon the Amazon size recommendations for me, based on reviews, it told me I would take a size large. I tried the size large because I knew Amazon would be a very easy and painless exchange if I needed to get the medium. The large was just way too big, so I ended up sending the large back. When the medium arrived, it arrived correctly. A lot more pleased with the shipping with the size medium that I'm currently wearing than the way the size large arrived. But yeah, no item ever should have shipped like that, especially a $300 jacket. That was ridiculous. But moving into the actual negatives about the jacket, the very first one is the cuffs of the jacket are unlined. And the reason this is a negative is because if you wear a watch, especially when the jacket is new and it has that wet feel to it, it's going to smudge up your watch face. The wax will rub off on your watch and it's going to gunk it up quite a bit. So you're going to be cleaning it off quite often. Now, yes, I am wearing an Apple Watch. This is an Apple Series 3. So I am wearing a smartwatch that I am touching all the time. So I'm always putting some sort of grease or grime from my finger on my watch. But I noticed while wearing this jacket, at least the first like 2 weeks, because the wax was constantly rubbing off, the watch face was always gunked up with something. I was always scrubbing it clean. And this isn't just with a smartwatch. This can be any watch face because the jacket is unlined on the cuff. There's no corduroy or anything there to line it. Always going to be laying on the watch, so as you're moving, it's always going to be rubbing off. Now, any of the high touch points of a wax jacket, they're gonna break in and become dry sooner. So I noticed after about 2 weeks, it still does it, but after about 2 weeks, because it's a high touch point, it seemed to not gunk it up quite as much. Now, it's by no means a deal breaker, but it's just something that you should look out for if you're going to get any wax jacket, not just the Flint and Tinder, any wax jacket that has unlined cuffs. If you wear a watch, not everyone wears a watch. We all carry cell phones. A lot of people, myself included for a long time, just use my cell phone as my watch. I didn't wear a watch. I would just pull my phone out of my pocket, look at that. So if you're one of those people, disregard this point because it's going to be a moot point for you. But if you wear a watch, any watch, the wax from the cuff is going to rub off on the watch face. So you're gonna be cleaning that quite a bit. Again, after about 2 weeks or so, it kind of broke in and it still does it, but not nearly as bad. But yeah, you'll notice that the wax is gonna rub off your watch face. So it's just something you have to deal with. The next point is also about something being unlined, and that is the belly pockets. These are unlined. Now, for the most part, it doesn't really affect the way the jacket wears or handles for you in any way, shape, or form. I'm right-handed and I throw my keys in there all the time. But on those little bit cooler, chilly days when you don't necessarily need to walk out of the house with a pair of gloves, but you might be spending a little bit of time outside and you want to put your hands in your pockets to warm them digits up, be aware that when you stick them in, it's going to be cold because wax gets cold when it's cold outside. So there's nothing fuzzy and warm to stick your hands into. It's just kind of this cool crevice that you're putting your fingers into. Now, once you get your hands in there, your body heat will warm them up. But I would still like to see these pockets lined because when I stick my hands in there, I would just like to have that little bit of a comfort thing in there. Now, it's not going to mess with the aesthetics of the jacket. I know some people don't like when the collars or cuffs are lined. You know, they don't like the way it looks, but the pockets being lined, you're not going to see it. It's not going to bother the jacket in any way, shape, or form. So it's just going to be a little bit more comfortable. So personally, I would like the cuffs and the pockets to be lined. I get, again, why people don't like the cuffs to be lined because they don't like the way it looks, but it would definitely help with the watch face, and I think it just feels a little bit more comfortable. My other wax trucker jacket has lined cuffs, lined collar, lined all this other thing, and I like the feel of the lined cuffs on my wrist as opposed to the naked cuffs, if you will, on my wrist. And the other jacket also has lined pockets, which feel a lot better when I'm putting my hands in there, especially if it's a little bit cooler and I want to warm my digits up. But there we have it for the negatives. 3 negatives. 2 are actually directly related to the jacket. 1 was a really bad shipping experience that hopefully you never have to deal with any item you get from Amazon, but I feel it bears mentioning because it was just the worst shipping experience I think I've ever had. Second worst, I will say. It was the second worst shipping experience I did have FedEx completely destroy a $2,000 guitar once and refuse to pay out on it. That was the worst shipping experience ever. But my other two negatives of this jacket, but just adding a little bit of corduroy lining to the underside of the cuffs and in the pockets would just make this jacket a little bit more comfortable. But there we have it, and next is the points of note. As I stated earlier, this is a Type 1 trucker jacket. What that basically means is this is an older style trucker jacket and it has one chest pocket. And the reason I originally went with the iron and resin, which is the other wax trucker jacket I own, is because that is a Type 3 trucker jacket, which is a little bit more modern look, and that has the two chest pockets, and that's more of like when you think of a trucker jacket or a denim jacket, the iron and resin Type 3 is that look that you're looking for, and that's what I originally was going for. I wanted that look to replace my old denim jacket that was getting a little bit beat and worn out. So I kind of leaned away from the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket because of the Type 1. I wanted the dual pockets, but I couldn't help myself. I got one anyway, and here we are wearing it right here. But I do like these the fit of this jacket. This is a boxier, more classic fit, if you will. So it's not the modern like slim fit. So the fit on this is also a little bit loose and a little bit more boxy. But that also allows me to layer underneath it a little bit more comfortably. Now, my next point of note is the price point. This is American made at $298. So American made jacket, both materials and jacket are made right here in America. Materials, New Jersey. Jacket is made and assembled in Los Angeles. This still comes in cheaper than some of its direct competitors that are foreign made. The iron and resin Scout that I also have, $325, foreign made. Or the more direct competitor, the Filson short tin cloth short line cruiser jacket, is $350, also foreign made. So you're getting an American made product, both again materials, the cotton, the liner are both made in New Jersey, and the jacket is made in Los Angeles. American made jacket, $298, coming in considerably cheaper than some of its direct competitors that are foreign made. Now, one other point of note that I need to mention is because this jacket comes in so many colorways, it's going to be hard for you to choose one to buy. Now, my last point of note is one other one that I actually directly faced was Amazon recommended me a large, so I went with the recommendation. I got the large. It was really big. So these jackets, they fit pretty true to size. So if you're looking to get a jacket, get your size. If you're on the border of sizes, you might want to size up one. But I feel the medium fits me really, really well. The sleeves fall where I like them. I don't feel like the jacket is overall restricting in any way. It just fits really, really well. So they do run very true to size. And now for the positives. At 7 ounces, I feel this jacket is a really great weight. It doesn't feel heavy weight-wise holding or wearing the jacket. It's not too stiff or restrictive, and it wears really well from about 40 degrees up to about 60 degrees. When I'm inside the building, the temperature varies wildly inside the building, and generally it's really cold in there, so I'm actually wearing this almost all day long at work. And if this building's anything like the old building, all summer long, I'll probably be wearing this jacket or a very similar jacket mostly all day long while at work inside the building because it's just cold all the time. So it wears really well all day long, and it wears really well from that 40 to like 60 degree temperature outside. And the 7 ounce, I feel like it's a good weight. With even being lined, it just wears really well. I feel like I have tons of movement in it, and it's comfortable for me to wear all day long. And as I stated earlier, this thing wears really well over a variety of layers. I can fit it over a t-shirt, no problem, over button downs of various weights, over a sweatshirt or two, and I've worn it over a North Face or Eddie Bauer vest before as well. Another thing that is a huge positive for me is that this jacket is flannel-lined throughout. Not just in the body of the jacket, but the body and the sleeves are flannel-lined. A lot of jackets, and not just waxed jackets, tend to have the flannel lining or the Berber lining just in the body, and then the sleeves are a satin or silk lining, which personally I don't like. I prefer the flannel lining to be throughout the entire jacket. I just really like the feeling of the flannel lining throughout the entire body. I feel like it's warmer, and I like the comfort level of it. I know some people don't like the flannel lining inside the sleeve, especially if they're wearing a long sleeve shirt, because the flannel lining is softer, and if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, especially like a cotton shirt, the cotton on cotton will create a little bit of friction position, and you might kind of pull the sleeve inside out, or it's going to be a little harder to take your sleeve on or off, where the satin in your arms will slide in, which is why a lot of those jackets will satin line, because when you're putting your arms in the sleeves, they slide in and slide out easier. But personally, comfort wise, and I like the aesthetics, I like the way this looks, but I like the comfort of the flannel lining throughout the sleeves as well as the body. I do much prefer the whole jacket being flannel lined as opposed to just the body of the jacket and the sleeves being satin or silk lined. I have worn this jacket in the rain quite a bit, and it does shed the water very nicely. And one of the biggest positives of the jacket for me is that it only has buttons to close the jacket. I absolutely love that fact, because for me, a trucker jacket should not have a zipper. But fit, feel, finish. Now again, this is a type 1 jacket with a little bit looser fit. So if you're looking for something in that modern, slimmer look, you're gonna wanna look someplace else. This definitely has a more classic look and fit to it than your modern type 3 jackets will. But overall, this jacket fits really, really well, and it's not too restrictive at all, and it gives you the ability to layer a little bit more comfortably underneath. And this is another jacket that I can live in all day long, which is what I do. When I'm at work, again, I wear this thing almost all day long. Yeah, if I get hot, I'll take it off, but chances are, for the bulk of my day, I'm wearing this jacket. So it wears really well, it fits really well, they fit true to size, so whatever size you normally would buy in this jacket. Don't size up unless you're on the edge. You know, some people are right there with the edge of like a medium large, large, extra large. And do note that the chest sizes will run there's a variance of like an inch. I think it's usually like 3 to 4%, because the way the materials are cut and sewn, even if it's automated, there is a variance. They're not always going to be 100% accurate. There's going to be a slight difference about an inch pit to pit, and that's where you're really going to notice a lot of it, is where the tightness is going to be across the chest and across the back if the chest is a little snug. And the sleeves, medium to me, sleeves fit. I like exactly where they hang really, really well. The jacket overall, it fits really well, true to size. It wears well in the rain. It's comfortable to wear all day long. I have plenty of movement in the jacket. So overall, the fit of the jacket is really, really nice. And I do actually really, really like this jacket and the cut of it. And as I said in my positive, this is a button-up only. For some, the jackets have both a button and a zipper. I feel it's a little cumbersome. It makes the jacket heavier. And then if you're trying to button it, sometimes the zipper gets in the way. If you're trying to zipper it, sometimes the buttons get in the way. So having one or the other is the way to go. And this is my personal preference of button-up only. But do I think that the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket from Huckberry is worth your $298? And the answer is yes, I do. I liked it so much, I got 2. So yeah, I did actually purchase a second one. I got The Last of Us, Pedro Pascal, Joel. I got the field tan. I couldn't help myself. I had my very first wax jacket I bought was an Iron and Resin Scout V1 in their oil tan, which is actually a little bit lighter than this. Than the field tan. I prefer the field tan. I like this like tan khaki color, but I like the little bit darker color. So I like the colorway of this. But I bought this one on eBay. I got it for a steal. The guy wanted a couple bucks for it. I sent an offer. He accepted it, so I got it for a steal of a deal. So I liked it so much, I bought 2 of the same jacket. Did I need 2 of the same jacket? No, absolutely not. I did not need 2 of the same jacket, but I liked the cut and the fit of the Flint and Tinder so much that I actually ended up buying a second one. Now, personally, I've been wearing the tan. I just got this last week, so I've been wearing the tan a lot, but I think for like in the office, because I do wear this at work, the gray fits in a little bit better in the office setting than the field tan does. I love the field tan, and I'm going to continue to wear this for a little while, probably for the next week or 2, and then maybe I'll switch back over, or I might not need a jacket at all, because hopefully it gets warm. It's May now, but yeah, I feel like the gray definitely fits better in the office setting and out and about, and once I get the scooter running and I charge up the battery and I start living life at 40 miles an hour again, this is going to be my riding jacket. But I definitely think it's worth your money. I liked it so much, I bought 2. So if you're looking at the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket, if you saw HBO's The Last of Us and you said, I want that jacket, this is the jacket. You can get it right here. Well, you can get it from me. You can get it from Amazon or right on Huckberry's site. So you can buy it. You can get the jacket. Links in the description below, not affiliate links. But The jacket is great. I actually love it. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth the price point. American-made materials, American-made jacket. Usually if you get something made in America, it's usually made in America with foreign assembled in America, or made in America with foreign parts. This is made in America with American-made parts, which honestly, you don't really find in too many products these days. So if you're looking at it, I say just go ahead and get one. It's definitely worth your money. I'm very happy with the purchase. The price point is lower than some of its direct competitors that are foreign-made jackets. So very happy with it. Definitely so much so that I bought two. So definitely recommend it. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.